Hello guys and welcome back. So this is a preview with the mass attribute setup that we did together, and I've changed two things. I did a version and I noticed a few things are wrong, so I did two more changes and I'm going to show what I did, and this is the result with those changes applied. And I'm waiting for the preview to finish and then we'll talk about the result, which I'm pretty happy with. I think there's a lot of interesting behaviors here, and the one thing that I like to fix is basically the bending. I'm going to increase the angle, the bending angle on this area or overall, and also the distance, because this guy separates based on the distance and angle too. And I like for that to stick a bit more, to stay there. But overall, all the other pieces are working as expecting. The speed at which they are falling is looking very, very realistic. I like that. I like what we have right now, and that's pretty much it. Now, in terms of settings, after we did the mass attribute, it was a point attribute, and then with the assemble node, when this is how we left it. You can see if we middle click, there is no mass attribute, and we have to type in mass here to transfer that from point attributes to the packed primitives. And you can see now we have mass attribute, so that's needed. And then I changed the mass from 1 to 10. These are the two changes. 1 was very light and the pieces were just floating, and 10 gave me a much more realistic falling. And this is all based on the visual that you want. There's nothing right or wrong. As long as you have the mass, you can increase it to make the pieces fall faster, or reduce it to make them linger a bit more, which will give it a bigger scale. Now I feel like the glue with this is much weaker for some reason. The bricks are just getting separated quickly, so I'll probably increase the glue settings as well, and play with the pin settings. But there's nothing wrong with the setup at this point. It's just a matter of tweaking, and there's not so much I can teach you guys after this. You just have to tweak the values, and the main thing is the angle of the pin constraint, the mass attribute, the gravity and the mass attribute, and then the glue constraint breaking rules, and that's pretty much it. We just have to play with the settings. If you guys look at the videos from where we started and how many iterations we did, in terms of tech, there is not so much that we're changing, but we just have to iterate to get the result that we want. Now, in week 1, I showed how we can add the infos on the screen, and how we can set up the wedge settings and everything. Please go ahead and do that. If you have specific settings that you're not sure about, if you want to test anything, this is a good opportunity to do that. And let's take a look here. Yeah, so it's definitely working. There's a lot of cool stuff here. I think the bricks are good. Maybe, yeah, maybe we can increase them more. And this block is really cool. You can see how it's staying in that shape. And then, because of maybe the pieces are a bit too heavy, and it's getting pushed by Kong's feet. And next week we're going to add a few more things to the constraint system, but that's pretty much it. I think the main 90% of what we need is in here. We just have to iterate over this. Cool, that's pretty much it for this video. See you in the next one.